Thank you next, bitch.
Ariana Grande took on classic teen movies and rom-coms in her Thank You Next music video, and it is littered with references and hidden meanings, and it's practically perfect. So let's break down all of the references. Rise and shine on, you lovely people. Lisa here, and it's taken me a bit of time to recover from the epicness that is Ariana's Thank You Next video. I know a lot of videos like this have already popped up in articles, but you know what? I figured I would make one as well because I just love this video, honestly, so much. Like, I knew from the behind the scenes pictures she released and the video of the behind the scenes that this was going to be like almost perfect. It was going to be epic because all the little details into the wardrobe, the casting, it just seemed awesome. And you know what? When the video came out, it did not disappoint. Like, she really took care in trying to pay homage and recreate all of the movies referenced. If you don't know by now, you probably should. It references 13 Going on 30, Mean Girls, Bring It On, Legally Blonde. The music video even got the stamp of approval from a bunch of stars from those movies, which just seemed to be blowing Ariana's mind. Like, she totally flipped out over Mark Ruffalo's comment. Jennifer Garner gushed over it on Instagram, and Ari, it blew her mind there too. And Reese Witherspoon also complimented Ari's version of the Bend and Snap. So, that's gotta make Ari feel so good. Like, if you get the stamp of approval from the original stars, it means you did a damn good job. Now, for the video, Ariana recruited her friends, backup dancers, backup singers, and even some famous faces, as well as her past co-stars. So let's just go ahead and break this video down. The video opens with our Mean Girls section and a scene inspired by the movie of various people explaining Regina George, Ariana's influence on them. First, we get to see Ari's pal Colleen Ballinger, who you also might know as Miranda Sings, who is very much pregnant and pokes fun at, pregnancy rumors related to Ari. Then Jonathan Bennett, aka OG Aaron Samuels, makes a reference to Mean Girls about his hair looking sexy pushed back. Then Ari's backup dancer joined Stephanie Drummond to poke fun at Ari breaking off her engagement to Pete Davidson. And if Stephanie looks familiar, it's because she delivered this memorable line, among others, in Mean Girls, the original movie.
I saw Katie Heron wearing army pants and flip-flops, so I bought army pants and flip-flops.
Then we have singer Troye Sivan stepping in for a fun cameo, referencing when Thank You Next came out and people thought Ari referenced a new love named Aubrey and that she kind of came out of the closet, but it just ended up being her not quite, enunciating her words well enough. Next, we get a cameo from YouTuber Gabby DiMartino, which is kind of fun because it is a play on all the shade that was apparently thrown between Gabby and Ariana, with Gabby copying Ariana and all of this.
In the video, Gabby is seen dressing like Ari, doing her makeup like Ari, and even laughing like Ari, or at least trying to. Well, she took to Twitter herself to react to the video saying, quote, "Yeah, this ain't it."
So it makes what Gabby says in this part even funnier.
Ariana says, honest to God, knock me out. So I decided to punch myself in the face. It was awesome.
Next, we see Ari's version of the Burn Book, in which she references some of her past relationships that are mentioned in the song. For Big Sean, she writes he's so cute and so sweet, and he could even still get it. For Ricky Alvarez, she wrote great dancer, good times man, and friends forever. For Pete Davidson, she wrote I love you always, sorry I dipped, and huge, which is just the first of many references to Pete's manhood, which she let slip on Twitter once that it was, The one X in the song that doesn't get put in the Burn Book is Malcolm, aka Mac Miller, because he's an angel, and in a now deleted tweet, Ari responded to a fan saying he isn't in the book but next to her bed, and it's just really sweet, just shows how much that Mac Miller relationship meant to Ari. We then move on to Ari as Regina George with Jonathan and her plastics, including her friends Lexi and Courtney, nailing the outfits from the original movie and walking down the hallway. Liz Gillies is playing the Lindsay Lohan role, and it is freaky how much she looks like Lindsay Lohan in this scene in the polo shirt. Like, if there was ever another remake, cast Liz Gillies, guys. Ariana also changed Regina's shirt from a little bit dramatic to a little bit needy, with Needy being a rumored song on Ari's upcoming album, in which the track listing was hidden inside her music video for Breathing. Now, in the hallways of the school are a bunch of also Thank You Next flyers, and you see Thank You Next posted everywhere throughout this video, whether it's on the walls, the name on the college, all kinds of places, just to let you remember which song you are listening or watching the video for, as if you needed reminding. And also, gotta give a shout out to her friend Lexi for totally nailing the Karen checking the weather part And if you notice Jonathan Bennett, he's holding a book and giving himself a bit of self-promotion because he is holding his new cookbook, The Burn Cookbook, which is like a Mean Girls inspired cookbook. I just said cookbook quite a lot of times in that sentence. Then of course, it wouldn't be a Mean Girls tribute without the classic Jingle Bell Rock performance, and perfectly cast in the Amy Poehler cool mom role. It's Kris Jenner, complete with that jumpsuit and camcorder, and she is ready to cheer her daughter on. And if you look really closely, you can actually spot Ari's actual mom, Joan, right behind Kris Jenner. We then head into the world of Bring It On, as Ari channels her inner Torrance Shipman, and the recreation of this bedroom is just so good. In the movie, they have a skating poster of Nancy Kerrigan. Here, they've tailored it to be Frankie Grande as an ice skater, and he's even autographed the poster. Then Ari's buddy Matt Bennett steps into the Jesse Bradford, Cliff Pantone role, and then they recreate the toothbrushing scene from the movie. Pretty much the only time I think toothbrushing has been used as flirting. And if you know Bring It On, Cliff makes Torrance a mixtape. Here we have Ari giving herself a mixtape. We don't get the dance party around the room though. And then after the toothbrushing scene, we head to the cheerleading scene at the football game where we get the Toros versus the Clovers. Colleen Ballinger returns as a cheerleader with her pregnant belly out in all its glory. You can also spot former Victoria's co-star Daniela Monet as one of the Toros. You can also spot Ari's backup singers Victoria and Taylor playing some of the Clovers. And then when Ari sings about walking down the aisle, we switch over to 13 going on 30, and I am still blown away with how amazing the wardrobe department did with the looks from all of these movies. Anyway, we see Ari as Jenna with her dream house, and the bedrooms inside the dream house are recreations of all the bedrooms from the movies referenced. Then Ari makes her wish, the magic dust falls, and she's teleported into Legally Blonde, where she drives up in a car to college, and that car's vanity plate says 7 Rings, which is another rumored song from the upcoming album that was on the, marquee board, the train station, in the Breathe In music video. And can I just say that Ari's dog, Toulouse, is such a star here. Now my favorite thing from the video has to be when Ari heads to the salon and Jennifer Coolidge shows up to reprise her role as Paulette from the Legally Blonde movies. Now in this scene, Ari talks about a guy being really cute and big, and well, it's another reference you think to Pete's You Know What, but of course they kind of mess with you there, and it ends up that they're talking so-called about big teeth. But you know what? Pete kind of does have big front teeth too, so Pete's getting all kinds of references in this video. We then get a little back and forth between the different movies, and you can see Ari reading some law books for a Legally Blonde scene, and she's specifically reading one about immigration and refugee law and policy, which of course is a little shade at Trump and even confirmed kind of by Ari's mom. Then we head back to the salon where we get the classic bend and snap scene with Ari's twist on it, as well as some funny outtakes. And that colored Mac just brings back like all those 90s feels. Then we have the UPS guy coming to visit the salon, but this time he's actually not from UPS. He's from BDE. Yeah, the BDE delivery guy, as in Big Dick Energy, which is another reference to Ari and when she talked about Pete and the internet kind of went wild. And that pretty much wraps up all the kind of hidden messages and references in this music video. So Ari and the director and the team did such an amazing job recreating all of these and putting her own spin on them that I honestly would love a sequel or even just a longer version of this video, because you know what, the cherry on top kind of for me would have been a Thriller dance scene like 13 going on 30, but then again they already had Jingle Bell Rock scene in there and the song's not quite long enough to really put even more in there, especially when you're splitting it among 4 movies. So I get it, but I would still vote to watch another version of this video. Like if she did another song and continued this, I would love to see her do some other movies, maybe like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, even maybe something from the 80s, some Breakfast Club, The Wedding Planner, Wedding Singer. I don't know, there's plenty of movies she could choose from because I think Ari has nailed it. But overall, this was such a fun video, and the response from fans and even celebrities of all kinds has been amazing. It's been trending on the internet since it came out. And yeah, so we got references to new songs, shout outs to her exes, and plenty of celebrity cameos. So now it's time for you to hit up the comments down below and let me know your favorite moment from this music video. Any little hidden messages or whatever that I missed. Which one was your favorite, and which scene was your favorite? What movie would you love to see Ari kind of like recreate or star in? She could star in any of these remakes, right? Sound off and let me know, and then you can click right over here to check out some of my recent interviews or videos. Don't forget to subscribe if you like what you see, because I'm always here talking about random pop culture news and interviewing celebrities. So yeah, my name's Lisa. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you again real soon.